and then yeah, you might if you want to like test it to see if it's working. Hello, looks like we're live now. So yeah, today I decided to go live because we're gonna be getting to 1,000 subscribers here in a second. It's possible we can get it during the stream. Oh, let me get my thing up here. Okay. If you wanna like test it to see if it's working.
Okay, yeah,
Hello,
there was
looks
a,
like
a
we're
delay.
live
Test,
now.
test, 1, 2. You hear me?
So yeah, today I I'm decided hearing to myself go live though. because we're gonna What am be I getting doing to wrong? 1,000 subscribers here in a second. It's possible we can get it.
This is all
during
part of the
stream.
live experience,
Oh,
you know?
let me get my thing up here. Oh, it's this one. There it goes.
Oh, but I can't keep the chat open because if that means I will see your hand. So that means I will not be engaging with the chat.
Yeah, the only thing I don't know, are you on your laptop? You could like slide it over. You could slide your window off of the screen to only see the
Yeah,
chat. Or squish
I feel
it.
like
You
that's a
might be able
dirt.
to squish the window somehow.
Do it in a
Anyway,
respectable way.
I
So I'm
got
just
my
gonna, yeah.
I got my live count of subscribers up. I think it should update. I got it on the screen there.
Hey,
So yeah, we'll play our sorry, I'm like not doing a good job of introing here. So anyway, today we're gonna play One Piece card game online. Me and my friend Money D Luffy from the Volume 1 community. There's a growing community of One Piece card game fans in the Volume 1 community. At some point, I might have to start my own Discord now that we're getting up to 1,000 subscribers. Um, and yeah, today we're gonna play. I think. Are you gonna play your red green law money?
already know what it is, of course. Yes.
Okay, so just to let everyone know, we have had many games of my green deck against your red green deck, and so far I've won like very. I've won like maybe like 12 games in a row or something. Like it, you have come
I think the
close a couple
record, like
times.
I've been keeping track. I think I've beat you 3 times officially with this deck,
Oh
which I've
really?
been
Okay.
tweaking. But that's over the course of I think like 20 games.
And I
No
think
kidding.
I think you've beat me with other decks. Like I don't know if you've beat my green deck. You might have beat it once or twice.
The green deck, like the Eustace Kid Captain, I have nightmares about it, dude.
Okay.
It's so
So I
difficult,
guess
but that's part of the fun.
we'll continue the epic struggle there. So let me
And if
see.
you win, it's because I'm going easy on you. This is your celebratory stream, after all. So we have to make it look good, right? Kidding, kidding.
All right, let me send you the code. I mean, I guess you can see it on the screen anyway. But there you go. Hopefully, we won't get people jumping in line. I guess that's possible.
So
If that
people,
happens, I'll have to like block it. But
if I was using
I don't think that'll
underhanded
be a problem.
methods, I'd be looking at your screen, but I'm not.
That oh yeah, so if you win, I can just say you cheated there. That's great too.
So
You
I will
looked at
let
my
go
screen.
first, and we're going to mulligan. Ooh. Let's see.
Okie dokie.
And because I don't have chat open, let me know when you hit 1,000 on here, because we have to pause and take a moment.
Yeah, that'll be cool. All right, this opening hand seems okay. Not great, but fine. I'll keep it.
All right, so I'm going to pass turn. Not super exciting.
All right.
Let's see what you got.
I got to. So here's a kind of a conundrum, which is I have a jewelry Bonnie, but I also so I could put her down and then use her right away, but right now I can't defend her. So sometimes I don't want to do that because I want to keep her around for at least two rounds if I can. So this time I think I'm gonna go ahead and put out my 2-cost blocker instead.
Killer is a solid choice. I feel kind of like I'm cheating right now because I can,
That's,
unlike when we normally play, I can hear a little bit of the thought process.
yeah, it's no big deal. I mean, you can tell me your thought process too if you want. Then it can be even.
So Killer is a blocker that I run in my deck too. He's very pesky, especially if you have multiple characters out there. So this might be an overreaction, but I want him gone. I'm gonna play
Oh, okay.
Mamushi, Rest Killer, and I've talked in the past where I'm afraid that I undercommit sometimes. So I'm just going to patch one Dawn to Law, waiting for 6,000. I want that thing out of here.
And it is gonna be out of here.
Let's go.
That's way
I
too.
feel like I did way too much. Fast turn.
Well, I'm assuming you didn't have too much to do with your carts, so you got rid of a cart. I mean, it's not too bad.
Not too bad. I feel like you're going to play something in the next couple rounds that makes me wish I'd saved the Cat Viper, but let's see.
Well, I can't really defend her, but I need to use her, so.
Such a
Okay.
valuable card.
Yeah. So I've selected Trafalgar Law Blocker, the 5-cost one.
Sucks.
And I can't really do anything with my 2 Dawn. So I just gotta attack with it.
You were bluffing there for a second. Swinging for 7,000. I going to take that hit. No triggers.
And then now we see that the thing about Law is like you're already down to 3 life.
Indeed, because it's the 2-color leader, we only have 4 life cards to start with.
Yeah, like early on in the playing this game, someone told me just hang out at 2 life and you'll probably be good. And that has been my go-to thing. What my thought process is like, until you get down to 2 life, like don't worry too much. If you have a card that you can use to counter something, it's kind of like convenient. It's a card you don't need, just use it. But if it's anything that's relatively useful, then just take the hit. So that's usually what I do. And I'm ending my turn. Sorry for the wait there.
That's kind of my thought process too. Just in case anyone happens to be watching this who hasn't played the One Piece card game, whenever you lose a life, you also kind of get a reward, but maybe a consolation prize. You get an extra card
That's a good
from
way
your
to
life
say it,
pile. So even though you are taking that damage, sometimes you could argue that it's worth the risk because you're also gaining an additional weapon in hand. Right?
100%. Like I think that's definitely one reason that new players lose a lot is just like over defending your life at the start. You can easily like spend all your cards because you're countering everything, and then like you have nothing to show for it.
And we are both playing decks that are kind of mid-range. We don't necessarily need a fast start. Our decks are more kind of like turn 4, turn 5 is when the action happens. So right now it's just kind of the early pawn moves on the chessboard. You know, I'm just testing to see where that mindset's at. You know, you've got 999 subscribers. I feel like you're distracted right now from the fame. From the success.
All right. Well, right now you're trying to hit my Bonnie with 3,000. So I kind of, this is one of those situations where like I know you can kill her because I could counter out of this, but like you still have Law and you might have a rush card even. But if you went all out trying to kill Bonnie, then that means I'm also saving my leader from getting hit, which is valuable in some ways too.
Hmm?
And I'm looking at my cards. I have one card that's just a counter card, so I don't mind spending that. But in order to get up to 4,000, I would have to use a card that's a bit useful. So I'm kind of debating on it now.
How much is that Bonnie worth, man? I mean, it's a very valuable
She
card,
is
but I
she
know that
is pretty
there's
valuable in some ways. This is
okay.
definitely like one of those things. Like I get the feeling that some card players they have a game plan going in every time. I kind of don't
Mhm.
really. I kind of play it by ear every time. I don't have like on this turn I do this thing. Maybe that's because I'm a new player, but um I don't know. I feel like
No, I
you
I don't
gotta
think
like
that's
go with what you got in the hand sometimes.
I don't think that's because you're a new player at all. I think that's also because your deck, having played it multiple times against, I know that you have more than one Bonnie in there, which is kind of the worrisome thing. Even when she's gone, she's not.
Yeah,
So
she
it's
can
like,
come
let's
back.
just get this one out of here. Speaking of out of here, I want one of those life cards gone. Swinging for 5K to face.
So here's another one. I have a counter. I have a 2,000 counter I could use, but you're only swinging for 5, and I have 5 life. So I feel like I don't like. I would like to use my 2K counter when you're swinging for 6. So I would like just let this hit me, and then I got a
Maybe that's part
card.
of the mind game. Oh, maybe if I never swing for 6.
Yeah, I actually kind of do that. I I had people like complaining to me before, like you swing for 5 so much, like it's kind of a pain in the ass, cause like I have to
Kind of
do
a
something about it.
kind of like a testing your opponent type strategy, right?
I
It's
think
when do I
I
actually
think
get
it's
the
fine to
lead?
swing for 5.
Because it leaves me with
You gotta do
no
something with
open
it.
pawn. Means first I'm going to deploy Nami. It's a 1 cost and lets me search the top 5 cards for a Straw Hat. So I am going to pick Dr. Tony Chopper. Out he goes. Next, I want to go with a.
Oh, Money D Luffy, we just got 1,000,
Let's
1,000
go!
subscribers. Woohoo!
Congrats, man.
I'm doing some very old celebrations of big ups. Raise the roof, guys. I'm an old man. Yeah, cool.
This is lit, as a the viewers would say. Congrats, dude! You've been in this game for 16 years, as I've just peeped.
Looks
Wild, dude.
I think I am interpreting this correctly. It looks like the Weepsty Boys might be our 1K sub here. So thank you to the our what should we say, compatriot from the Volume 1 community, the Weepsty Boys. They do anime, manga, podcasts, and stuff. Anybody who's watching should go check it out.
Yeah, I believe they have a new video out today entitled "Sakura Isn't Useless."
Okay.
Alexander Arts, are you a Naruto fan at
I
all?
actually don't know anything about Naruto. I've watched like the
Okay,
first episode twice, and that's it.
maybe perhaps through cultural osmosis, you may be aware of that meme. But
I
shout out Sakura.
I
Check
know
out the Weepsy Boys.
Sakura is the pink-haired one. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That's amazing, dude. Wow. Okay.
All right. Cool. Thank you. I'm hyped.
We are. I'm hyped for you, bro. I mean, you have done such a
I have
wide
been doing a lot
variety
of
of
stuff,
content.
doing lots of things this year.
I mean, we were talking. You started out with kind of like the E-bombs world kind of um,
Yeah,
deal with
yeah.
like the Trogdor memes and like the Flash animation. You did extensive D&D stuff. A lot of Final Fantasy playthroughs. I mean, there's not a
Yeah,
whole
that's
lot of
true.
video games here you haven't touched. I mean, keeps you going after all this time.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the best thing for me is like I do see a lot of people get burned out trying to um only go for the popular stuff. Like right now, One Piece card game is popular, but I don't want to burn out on it, so I want to keep
Sure.
trying to do different things and do what I'm interested in. And luckily, this game is interesting enough and popular enough that we're doing well right now, and I'm
Kind of
enjoying it.
funny because, yeah, dude. And
Oh,
your
but
stuff is super
I'm worried
enjoyable
right
to
now
watch.
because I see that you have a full board. Don't try to distract me with my 1,000
Distracting you
subscribers.
with compliments. Yes. It's funny that a lot of the stuff that you've been doing recently has been involving One Piece because you've chatted a decent amount about the series in general, and guess you basically started and completed One Piece within the course of about a year. I know that you kind of started as maybe skeptic, just to kind of see what all of the fuss about.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
don't know if I would call you a fully fledged fan, but what do you feel so far in terms of story, the series, and your experience?
Yeah, I'm a fan now, I would say, but like, there's definitely levels of fandom. I feel like in order to be caught up on the manga, you have to like, you gotta give yourself the fan badge. Like, you can't read the whole freaking thing and not like it at all. Like, that's kind of crazy. If you have read and if you're caught up in your reading weekly and you don't like One Piece, I think you should stop doing that. you know?
Yeah, I would say that you've probably wasted a large amount of time.
Yeah, don't
I
don't
mean,
you don't need to do that.
last thing because I am genuinely curious. It's been a while since I've asked you. Damn it, that killer is so good. Bye bye Bonnie and the Okiku. That is a problem. Um, now you've got me distracted. Okay, talking about it, but I know that no, you saw it as very silly, and you weren't really sure what the appeal is. Like, what is thought? I guess did it win you over? Like, I guess in terms of what you thought it was going to be versus what you got, how do you compare the two?
I mean, I think it is similar to what I thought it was gonna be. Um, because I knew it was gonna continue to have a light-hearted tone in general and be silly, and I would say even up to current One Piece, it's still not really. The battles are about drama, not about strategy. I would say like Luffy very very seldom is like outthinking people. Um,
Not his strength, no.
it's not JoJo. It's not like, so I noticed like your power is like gravitational pull, and if I, you know, reverse the polarity of this object, then the gravity will also be reversed, and it will go back to hit you. Like it's not that kind of show.
But what if Luffy Taro pulled up and he's like, I know Nami's climate tech has a 3 meter range. Therefore,
Well, Luffy can't even remember he can stretch like sometimes. Like he's
I
like,
remember you
"Oh, I
saying that.
see kid is like being hung upside down outside of this arena and he needs to be saved." But well, I guess too bad for him. There's nothing I can
I
do
think that
about
was
There's nothing I can do about him being over there. He's too far away.
that's
He's like 10 meters away from me. What? There's nothing I can do about that.
so. I mean, very convenient. Selective memory for Captain.
But like, and then when something dumb like that happens, it's just like, well, Luffy's dumb, so maybe he just actually forgot.
Just like pan to camera, special, and there you go.
There was another time they were climbing up. I won't say what was going on exactly, but one of their buddies fell off of a very high thing that they were climbing up, and he just watched him fall down. He was like, bye.
Yeah. I remember both of these. Heard both of these comments in real time as you were reading through the
Yeah, it
series,
was just
and
like, Luffy, what are you doing now? The first time he ever did anything clever, I think, was when he fought Crocodile, and he was like, "I can
use
use
the water
water."
to.
But the sad thing in that fight was like it still didn't really come down to that. It was, it still came down to I gotta punch him real hard.
And also, that reveal is a very shonen protagonist type thing. You know, you think Pokemon, like, oh, I'm fighting like a leaf type. If I use fire, it'll be super effective, like Naruto. And there's a bunch of, I think, series that are guilty of that. But yeah, not the most um, intellectual character, Luffy.
Yeah, but I think like
Um,
the other thing is like I learned to enjoy that stuff and just be like, okay, this is just how this show is. Like I can accept it.
I,
Oda is very playful in the way he does things. He doesn't often like angrily defend stuff he does. You know what I mean? Like if something's dumb, he kind of just is just like, oh, oops, or well, don't worry about that. It's just that happened before, and we're in the now, so don't worry about it. It's not important. And it's just like,
I can't
okay,
imagine being Oda. I can't imagine being any mangaka tied to any weekly Shonen Jump uh, franchise. It would be so insane. I don't know how you feel about like comments if you read every single one or if you just kind of like let them build and like filter through them, but I would be the type that reads everything,
yeah,
and that would
I read
drive
all
me
my
nuts.
comments. I don't get enough that it's hard to read all my comments.
Leave a comment below congratulating Alexander Arts for the amazing achievement of 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, if you leave a comment, I will read it and I will respond to it. I will also click the like and the heart button on your comment. Pretty
If you want to
much.
roast him,
Unless you're like
you
really
know,
nasty, then I won't give you a like.
if you want to
I
talk
will
crap
read
about
it.
his voice or
Don't do
make a
that.
glasses joke,
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no. This
I'm
is
going to do
not. Don't
both those things.
encourage them with these things.
If
Okay,
you want to make fun of his guest that is on the stream right
that's
now,
fine.
then leave a
Yeah,
comment below.
totally. That don't worry about that. Um, hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're back, dude. I just had to do a little interviewer segment for you, man.
Well, yeah.
This
Thank
is a
you.
big deal.
I really would like to get more guests on my channel too, because I feel like as a presenter by myself, it's quite difficult for me to uh stand on my own 2 feet. But when I have someone to bounce off of, it's a lot
Ridiculous,
easier
sir.
and more fun.
Especially if it's someone who's going to talk shit actively to the owner of the channel.
All right, so
And
I see you have 2 blockers.
blockers,
You got a
full cast.
full board. We don't
Hmm?
like that.
We do.
Um, hmm. Unfortunately, I don't have some of the tools I need to optimally deal with this situation.
Hmm. Well, I see. Got 8 used on. You've got 7 cards in hand, which is scary because Kid's ability basically means if you have many cards that are worthless to you, you can attack twice, which is always something that I feel like is in the back of my head. This Kid deck is so scary. I feel like you can pretend and say you don't have the weapons, but what are you really thinking?
Okay, I think I know what to do.
Have also left one unrested Dawn on my turn. Is that intentional or a bluff? I guess we'll just find out together.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't looking at that. 4 cards in
Oh,
hand, 1 unrested don. You got 2 blockers, and yeah, so you're pretty defensive right now.
I think I've told you this, but I found the last version of this deck that I was playing that I would always run out of gas when it was party time, so I added a little bit more defense. Okay, that's my move. The swing for 5.
Yeah. Swing for 5.
Because I don't think there's any green rush, but there's the kid double attack, and it's kind of within my best interest sometimes to keep 5 characters out. I'm just gonna take that, and no trigger.
Alright. Then we go for 6. Generally, I try to start with the lower number and build up when attacking.
I generally try and do the same. I discard Otama, 2k counter.
Okay. And then we do this.
God damn it, dude. None of my characters are rested right now, so oh shit.
Speaking of rested, here's someone who can rest things. But you know, that's my turn. I think I made do with my cards there, and that was a good turn. I didn't get to do too much hit. You know, you still got a lot of cards out there. You can do all your little law shenanigans.
The craziest, scariest thing that you just did is send the killer back to hand. As someone who has a bunch of like small, low-cost characters, kind of messing with me.
That's one thing that's really great. I've had a few times where it's like, I have put out a Ezo specifically to rest someone, and then picking her up to keep her as a counter for later is really good. Like being able to use her, both of her things basically. Use her counter ability and her on play ability.
Agree. This is also kind of shenanigans, so. 6 cards in hand. This man has 4 life cards. I smell a victory. The thing is, I told this to a new Discord server member who joined a couple days ago. A similar situation. I don't trust anything because I feel like I always have this type of scenario where it looks favorable for me and everything just comes crashing down in the next 2 turns.
Yeah, be careful. You have been in a good situation similar to this before, where I came back and screwed you over.
Ridiculous. So first things first. Boy, dude.
That's the interesting thing about the card aspect of this game, instead of just a strategy game where we always start with our best troops. Like, yeah, there is a luck element, but it makes it kind of, it's, to me, I enjoy like doing different things every game. I think that's not optimal. Like most like really good players, they have like their full deck full of like 4 of each of their best cards because they want to know how to do things. I have a lot of like 2 of a card, and yes, I did see you got rid of Okiku. Thank you very much for that.
Oh yeah. Get that thing out of here. Dang it, dude. This is what this man does. He acts like everything is cool, calm, and collected, and he lulls you into a false sense of security. I'm not having that. Kiku is such a threat, especially to my deck. So, can't have you resting anything that's 3 cost or less.
Alright, so I could block this.
5 cost.
I could block this easily because it's only 5. But because I'm at 4 life, I don't mind.
Because I'm at 4 life.
I don't mind having another card. Give me a card.
Okay. That's a lot of cards in hand still.
Yeah, and like so I'm also like looking I could counter off of my leader, but
Sure.
it's easier to counter off of the blocker. Okay,
One
that's it.
Dawn on the
Here's
walks,
the
waiting
here's
for 6.
the 6 that I'm waiting for. You said you're not gonna swing for 6, but there's the 6. Just go ahead and do that.
Just clip it and call me a liar. Yeah. Okay. Scratch man. Scratch man poo. F that fool. Okay.
Amber.
We're gonna send Zoo back to hand. We're going to bring out boy
Oh, すごい.
6K one more time. Give me that life card. Come on.
So I could block it and do a counter, but I have a Beppo sitting around too.
Damn it. Okay. I'm not super discouraged because getting rid of 2K counters in turn, I'll take that. I feel like this is where the actual game really begins. Scary to me is you already kind of know my strategy, and pun, my cards are on the table. Got so much Dawn in that hand. Know that there's one thing that I'm scared that I'm looking for that I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I have one of the situations where I will say, like, I'm looking at. I have some lower cost cards that I could play out, and I have some higher cost cards that I could play out now that we're at, 10. Sometimes I feel like if you play out your high cost cards too early, um, you might not have enough things out on the board. I have 3 life, and I have a blocker out, a decent blocker. So I think it's better to go for the lower cost cards first.
Haven't seen really many blockers besides, of course, Law right now and Killer. There's a few Bonnies still in there. Let's see. Feeling like very nervous. Might seem that have the upper hand, but that's the thing. It's when your hand is gassed. It's there's not a whole lot else you can do.
All right, let's try this. 5,000 to law.
Many cards in hand. I'm waiting for that kid double attack. So I say I take the hit, no trigger.
Oh shit! I just noticed something. I misread. Okay, that's good for you then.
Okay. Mysterious.
In that case, I gotta do the other thing.
I think sorry, I'm just checking my email from YouTube. They said you lose this round, We'll delete 500 of your subscribers.
I don't know if that's correct.
I think YouTube CEO is in the chat. He just confirmed this detail for us.
Ay, ay, ay.
I can I can feel the tension, and it's making me more nervous.
Yeah, I kind of messed up a little bit, so it's a bit annoying.
I feel like I'm being gaslit now.
Are you Megan?
I feel like I'm playing Josh Magic Michaels, and the only reason that I lost is because this must be how it feels. So, Megan, I know that you are watching this sometime. I understand you.
Yeah, okay. Dang. I really wish I hadn't done something.
So looking through your trash, I see the Beppo and the Scratch
No,
Mans.
it's I attacked with my leader, and then I realized one of the cost values of what I wanted to do was off by one. And then so now, in order to do the optimal thing, I can't really do the optimal thing.
You on stream because I don't normally get this type of internal commentary. I feel like I'm getting a peek inside what makes the master, move.
Yeah. I'm not the master, but okay, thank you. Oh, we got someone in chat saying, congrats on 1K. Bear Lava. Thank you, Bear Lava.
Bear Lava, dude. Congratulating is all you're allowed to do. You're not allowed to give this man any type of advice. I said earlier at the top of the stream, I think our record is like three wins to me and maybe like 17 to you. So thank you for the support and being here, but don't help this man win. What is he going to do?
Oh my god, I'm going crazy right now.
10 opened on. Like, it's like opening your bank account, just seeing like $5,000 sitting there saying, you've got no bills, you've got nothing to do. Anything you want. This man has the world of resources.
I don't know what to do. Help me. Help. Man, so yeah, this is crazy. Like when I play at tournaments, like when you have this kind of feeling and you're like in a tournament sitting across from someone, it's like, oh, I gotta just do something at some point. Like, I don't know. Since we're like just playing casually, I'm not as worried about taking forever.
We're just playing casual, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally every game that I play, I because there's so many different scenarios. That's one of the things that I like about One Piece is because I think I've told you this in the past. You compare it to something like Magic the Gathering, which is always my yardstick. It can be a pretty complicated game. I mean, it's like 20 plus years old at this point. There's a lot of mechanics, but even though One Piece feels like a simpler surface, what's fun is there is still so many kind of wrinkles that you could explore. It's surprisingly complex, just the right amount, I think. So I never think poorly of opponents who take too long to play. You should join us in the Alexander Arts TCG Discord.
That hasn't been created yet, but yeah, we should. I should probably do that.
If you want a shot
Oh
at
my
the champ
gosh.
because I
Yeah.
make winning look so easy, then jump into that future Discord when it's created. The suspense.
Yeah, sorry.
Good, man. I'm worried.
Man. Alright, I don't know. I'm just gonna do this, I guess.
Okay. The card
I
of the set.
have this blocker to defend it, so I guess it's fine to do this now. And I don't have a useful, because I can't attack anymore. This is the annoying part. Like, I wanted to, if my leader I shouldn't have attacked yet, then I could play out a 3-cost card that would be useful right now. But because I already did that, I'm just gonna cancel that and end the turn like this.
My goodness.
Sorry for all that. A Beautiful Lie, 1K, you love to see it. Thank you, A Beautiful Lie. I recognize A Beautiful Lie from the Volume 1 community also.
Let's go, man. A beautiful eye. Who is a baller in the Volume 1 chat. I see
Yeah,
this
he
man
is.
constantly just dropping bombs in there. And he helped funded the Shaka cosplay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long time
The
before we get a
helmet, right?
Shaka card. Yeah.
Too bad, who is that? What's his name? Pro, what?
Kapunk?
No,
Shaka?
the other YouTuber who beat him to it.
Oh, Parvision.
Parvision, yeah.
Shout out to Parvision. I know he's in the chat also.
Yeah.
Long time fan, Parvision.
Parvision has watched the Momonosuke saga, so I can say that.
That's lit, bro. That is speaking of which, while I'm thinking things over,
Momonosuke.
have a top 3? Do you have a top 5 videos in terms of your entire catalog?
For
Things
like
that were the most
suggestions?
fun, or
I don't
things
know.
that
That's a
were.
hard one.
Do you make a video and you forget about it? You move on to the next, and
Well, I
maybe
don't.
that's
I kind of. I feel like I have actually made so many videos that I do forget about some of them. But when I just put out a video, I do like watch it and like follow it and root for my video. So I don't just like throw it out there. My recent Ashraf video was cool because that was my first like collaboration with another YouTuber. Really, I get like on my channel because I did go on Volume 1 for, streams and stuff. That was also cool.
you played against Josh on the community live.
Yeah, Momonosuke Saga was fun. That was one of the first like recent.
You called it. That's right.
Recent videos that was basically something I made with with Blaze, but it was something that we made by ourselves. It wasn't like
God Blaze.
kind of. I guess you can say it's based on something, but I guess what I'm saying is not like a let's play or something where it's just me doing someone else's game or something.
Right.
All right, 10,000 against Quito.
This is so ridiculous because you made such a big like strategy. I feel like meeting on this that it puts it all on me. How I counter, I'm triple guessing myself, quadruple guessing myself.
Um,
In situations like this, it's you. If you're going to spend so much Dawn on one attack, I just attached 4 cards to the Luffy. It's like, if this doesn't go through, then I have severely overcommitted to this one play.
yeah, 10,000. You know, I can't just counter it super easily.
It's going to force you because you've got 1 unused Dawn. You've got a 6k blocker. Until I get this kid out of here, I can't do anything else. So this is a high priority move.
So I need 3. I have a few options for countering. I think
figured.
I'll go for this. Oh, and no, yeah, I can't block it, so cool. Okay. Well, I do that.
Boy, okay.
Some
Only
cards.
2 cards in hand.
Some cards I would have been using in the previous round if I had done a different strategy. I was thinking about like resting blockers and stuff, but I couldn't think of a really satisfying conclusion to what I was trying to do.
This is so freaking annoying to me because now what do I do? Damn it. You still have that freaking law blocker. That's the worst part.
Yeah, I do.
That is the worst part by far. Which means I attach read on. My law is at 8,000. I'm going to do a Dragon Ball in here. Oh no. Hold on.
Did you say you're gonna
So you have
attach a Dragon Ball to Law?
I'm being lured into a sense of false security. I have 1 life card, which means 2 swings and I'm dead. And you essentially have 4 heavy hitters on the field. You can't unattach Dawn in this game, so it looks like
Oh yeah, that's a bad thing about the sim. Like, if there's any negative point in this, the sim playing.
Or I say anything else. I'll go ahead and swing my 8.
All right.
Not using that as an excuse. I just realized that in real time as I was talking out loud to you. Okay. Not that anything would have gone much differently, but
So here, one thing is like annoying is like defending 8-cost kid is like I'm using up all my cards, so he needs to do something for me. He needs to earn his rent.
So for him to earn his rent, I switched out Rush Luffy back to hand, deployed Killer, attached thing on.
Okay, so you get a card draw. So you got 3
See what
blockers.
happens.
Like, yeah, it's all right. Dang.
Like I said, I needed to survive 4 swings. I'm sweating now. Jesus. Say,
There's
this is thank you for having me on because this is one of the most, I feel like, nail biter games that you and I have probably played. It just so happens to be on here.
Yeah, we've had a lot of crazy games.
We've had a lot of one-sided wins or losses too.
I guess that's true. It's a bit different also when we're playing on stream. It's different, but also it's different when we don't have a lot of people chatting around us because sometimes when we play, we get distracted by other people. Not only we are distracting each
I
other.
won't use that as an excuse, though. I have a notoriously bad track record, and I think part of it, I'm ready to own part of this. I think deck is now in a place where I'm happy with the balance, and I can't use a bad draw as an excuse because that's one of my go-tos when I don't win. Right? It's a bad draw. It's a bad draw. Um, Consistent bad draws are a sign of bad deck making. So, moving forward, I can say I'm pretty proud of how this thing turned out. And it's still a living, evolving thing. But that 8 cost kid, God, and that Ezo, good play, good play. Dang it, dude. I think I'm rocked. Let's see. You're really committing with the leader, though. So that means that
Well,
you
I
don't
don't. The
expect to
thing
play
is, I
another
don't.
turn.
Well, but I see you have you have 2 blockers.
Hmm? Boy.
You have a lot of cards in hand too.
6 cards in hand. I'm sweating, bro.
So I do think that I think that it's possible I could kill you this round, but it would be very difficult because you have 2 blockers there, and you have a lot of cards in hand. You could easily have a bunch of counters in there. You don't have an active Dawn though.
Don't. Wish I did. Wish you didn't have that Ezo too. It's a big wrench.
So
Ezo is such a problematic card. It's so versatile. I think I run 3 in my deck. The 2K counter, which by itself is already a must, you have to have at least a handful of those. Then just the ability to rest and play. Up to 4 cost too, because the Nekomamashi I think is only at 3.
So I think I could probably kill you this turn, but like it's possible, but it's a bit risky. I don't think you can kill me next turn because I have 3 life, I have a blocker,
Call him
and
a coward
8.
in the chat.
So I'll just do this instead.
Thanks.
Though I don't want you to get the card draw, and I want to get your board not to have 5 guys on it. And none of your guys are strong for hitting.
Oh, so frustrating.
So I'm not too worried about the next round, I guess.
I was really putting a
You
lot
could have
onto,
you could have if you have like shanks, you can't get past my law like automatically also.
Now I'm worried. Makes sense.
Okay, and my turn like that.
Crazy. Here's Bonnie. Going to peek. What we got?
Oh man, I actually have to leave after 10 minutes, so I hope we don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
I didn't even notice that. Don't worry though.
Not a problem. I'm looking at only has so many options anyway. I'm going to reveal a Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie.
Hello, Bonnie.
Snap back. Snap back, Turbo.
I'm planning to. A friend of mine won the new alternate Bonnie. I'm planning to buy it from him.
I want to see a picture of that thing immediately. Use Nelly. Tutorial. Hmm. Send Nami back to hand. Boy.
Oh, Lord.
Folgar D. Waterlaw.
Wow, full name.
One rested Bonnie. And deploy Nami. Which will let me grab. Jeez. A pistol. I ain't gonna do shit, dude. What's up?
Oh, okay, interesting.
I could have swung for the people watching at home. The law for 5k into the futile 8k kid, but I've chosen to keep 4 of my Dawn in reserve. What am I gonna do?
Oh man, yeah, you have a lot.
This is a good one, man. Dang it, I really want to win. We were saying last turn that you kind of felt on the ropes. I feel that this turn. I mean, the law deck is not designed to last in the game this long. It's supposed to have done its job already, which puts me at a disadvantage with so many big cards out. And that freaking ability, dude. Crazy.
My heart is beating fast. my
So crazy.
my One Piece card game anxiety is kicking in. I can feel my
I
pulse
think
pounding.
it's been there.
Can I put
so
it on
I'm
the
going
microphone?
To,
I don't know if that's possible.
going to elect to pass on the blocker step. I'm going to play a radical beam.
Okay, I forgot what this does. Just 2,000?
2,000, but if I have 2 or less life cards, which I currently do,
4,000.
becomes 4,000.
すごい。
1 cost. Goy.
すごい。素晴らしい。
So, demo. Second radical beam.
Oh my gosh. How do...
Almost like we've played 20 times. Discarded the Bonnie?
Yeah.
My goodness.
I don't have much to choose from. So.
That makes me really wonder what the hell is in that hand.
Uh, can't kill you. Maybe that's good to do. Let's try this.
Okay. 5,000 to face. Counter. Break.
Okay.
Here we go. Oh, okay. Question: does this mean you can still use his ability?
When he's rested, you can only attack him. It doesn't matter if you rest him to put out the 3 card or attack. It's just whether he's rested or not.
I see. Oh. Take that. No trigger.
Okay.
So ridiculous. Jeez. Use Bonnie first. Dude.
Hold on. I will be right back. You can think. I gotta make sure I get ready for work because I'm gonna probably have to run quickly. So I'll be right back.
Yeah. No. I think I'm done, you guys. Just looking at my hands and considering our time restraint aside, I just don't know if I have enough. I have a lot of cards in hand, but he's rested is Captain Kidd, which is a huge wall to get over, 8,000 power. My law is a 6,000, my leader is a 5,000. I want to keep my law active. Shit, dude. So annoying. I don't think that I'm going to get another chance. Considering seems like there are some scheduling conflicts. So I'm going to attach the read on to law. I'm going to swing in for 9,000. Not feeling the most confident. If anyone in the chat has a different idea, let me know and timestamp it because I'm not looking, but I would be curious. He's got 1 active Dawn. I don't know if that's a bluff. The only counters I know for green are 2 cost. But assuming it's not, he still has that wall blocker.
Alright, I'm back. Hi.
Just having a breakdown. Nothing to see.
Well, I'm hopefully gonna oh, there goes my
The cliff notes are, I don't think I have a turn after this one. So, that's me sincerely thinking out loud.
Sorry about that.
Got 1 shot here.
Alright, so I have 3 life still. You don't have a lot of attacky cards. So what I'm gonna do is use Paradise Waterfall and let Kid be free.
You're kidding me.
So hit my life instead.
The rest of the turn will be me going through the motions. Getting ridiculous, bro. Damn it.
This is an interesting aspect of Kid. Is that you can stop with certain cards. You can stop his suicide thing.
There's nothing I can truly, just being honest, since you've been kind of talking about your hands to the people at home. There's not a whole lot I can do here, so we're just kind of exercising the motions. But I return blocker law in exchange for Ptolemy
Okay, blocker, yeah.
using
You have
ability
2 out.
you out. Gonna swing for 5k. He takes the hit, and we're just gonna. Damn it.
Okay.
Guess it would be fair if I won on your big stream.
Well, I mean, you got blockers, you got cards.
See it.
Shit. I mean, to get the math correct, it's like always a struggle for me.
No, it, dude.
All right, so I guess I do the
Dealing with
same as
numbers
last
from
time.
1 to 10, but I feel like I'm back in trigonometry, dude. I'm seeing the matrix when I look at the screen.
Let's just do this for fun first.
All right, so my body's not worth saving. I've got counters, but it's not for her. He's out.
Oh, damn.
I was gonna drop 3 cards to save the body. Like, come on.
Oh man, I have a thing, I'm not sure the optimal thing too.
I understand where he's coming from. It's one of those things where it's like if I attack with the Ezo, then that's one less option that's on the table, and it kind of clears your mind a little bit. So I get it. Another Ezo to rest the Bartolomeo. Things are looking bleaker by the second, people.
I'm worried that I will accidentally spread too thin. Okay.
Here we go. Yeah. Kid and the law leader are still untouched. Jeez.
Please, please.
Holy socks.
Man, One Piece card game is intense, man. I always
No
feel
blockers.
so nervous. Okay. Nice.
With the Punk Gibson, which hits me with the 4K counter, I can only rest the newly summoned Izu
Yeah.
who wasn't going to attack anyway,
Yeah.
just due to the cost, and I stay on for one more round. Things are looking increasingly bleak. Swinging for 9,000 with Kid. I block. Gang. $9,000. Cannot declare blocker. Play my Ezo. My body.
Oh, okay.
That's it, man.
Phew. And I did have one hit left, so.
In my hand, I have a jet pistol which is not a counter. Also have a Rush Luffy and a Rush Zoro with no counters, and 2 Trafalgar Law blockers. Also has no counter ability.
Yeah, I hate that when I guess I should keep that in mind. Is like it is easy to have like 5 cards in hand and no counters, because that has happened to me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of overthought it a little bit because it didn't come down to the last hit there, but yeah, whew, that was very nerve-wracking.
Looking at your hand right now, you have the killer blocker, and that's it.
That's all I got for my But the good thing is with the what I got on the thing is, at least next round you would have to kill ACOS Kid again. So he's kind of working as a blocker again. So that would be like soaking up 1 hit at least, if you did survive. Because let's see, if all those cards in hand, if you really did have a bunch of counters, you could have kept going there, even after the second hit. It's possible.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at your screen, I realize how like
that's why I was nervous.
That looks.
Yeah,
it's really just like a bunch of just bluff.
Who knows what's in there? Yeah. And you got to active Dawn still, so you could easily have got past this. From my point of view. Okay, well, I do have to kind of cut the stream quickly here because I'm 7 minutes past the time I should leave for work, so I should get going. Thank you for hanging out and celebrating 1K with me. And yeah, I would happily play with you again. It seems like we are often free at around this time on what is Tuesday afternoon for me, so maybe we can play next week or something like that. And
of course, man.
Thanks for the viewers if you guys stuck around for this marathon 1 game. 1 hour 11 minutes of one intense game. But I enjoyed it. I got my blood pumping, improved my circulation and my health just sitting in this chair. So
congrats on the 1,000 subscribers, bro.
Thank you.
Day of work, dude. Let's go.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you. Good game. GG. 再见. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm done.